Hello, hello, hello to all of my Taurians. This is Queen Amon Ra coming to you with your general reading. Happy Sunday to each and every one of you all. This reading is for April the 2nd through May 2nd. Let's get right into it. We have a full moon in Libra coming up. Libra is a divine masculine sign. You all are a divine feminine sign. And the beautiful thing about you and Libra, which you guys share, is the fact that you all share the planet Venus. Venus is the planet of love and pleasure. It's the planet of, when you think about Venus, you want to think about love in all forms. Think about your desires, beauty, romance, cooperation, relationships in all forms, professional and personal relationships, attraction, love, aesthetics, art, and music. And when I talk about attraction, I'm talking about what do you want to attract versus what you don't want to attract, right? So, all right, let's get into it, Taurus. I am talking to you all if you have Taurus anywhere in your chart. And thank you to the 5 people who sent me a text message asking me where Taurus is in my chart. Now you know. Now you know where Taurus is in my birth chart. So let's get into it. So, all right, let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's go. Taurus, let's go. 9 of Swords. Here we have the 10 of Swords. We also have the 7 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and also the Justice card. So all of this sword energy, the Justice card lets me know that this is about balance. This is Libra's card, by the way. Remember, we have a full moon in Libra. So all of this is somebody is walking away from. All of this is overthinking. Overthinking. Source is saying to you, now it's time to cut out the overthinking, and now it's time for you to take action. Because the more and more somebody gives life to something, the more you, as an earth sign, it's like, I'm not budging. The more you give air to it, the more I'm not budging. It's like the more stubborn I become, but the more hurt, the more angry I become, depending on what your moon sign is, right? That's why I talk so much about pulling your birth chart. What is your moon sign? And so this is about balance. And there is a real need for balance here. And so you're a divine feminine sign. Venus is a divine feminine planet. So source is saying to you, now it's time to operate in masculine energy and start severing ties with anything that you're overthinking about. The more you think about it, the more I get angry. And so again, source is saying to you, this is self-sabotage. Somebody was in denial about something. And so source, and I'm going to, on my channel, I try to help you all with numbers, astrology, tarot card reading, all of those things, right? So now let's introduce something else, a color. We're going to introduce colors, because a lot of times people don't realize that there's signs and wonders all around you. And if you don't have people around you to teach you about auras, for instance, then things are not going to make sense to you. Like if you see a yellow, like we have a pink moon. So we're going to talk about the color pink and what goes best with the color pink, right? And so you may not even realize the answer to your question was in a pink shirt or pink shorts or a pink grapefruit, for that matter, or, pink on these cards right here. You see this color pink right here? You may not have known it was like pink. I mean, what variation of pink? The color pink, right? Pink, that color, right? So hopefully this reading will help somebody to move on from something and go ahead and balance out the overthinking, because that's weighing heavy on someone's scales, internal scales. See these scales right here? And you also see this sword. Sources like the overthinking is weighing something down both personally and professionally. And guess what? As an earth sign, it's cutting into your money. It's cutting in this sword energy is cutting into your financial success. It's cutting into your stability, your security, your prosperity. It's cutting into your loyalty around you. It's making you look like a person who is cutthroat, in other words, right? It's cutting into a lot of things, right? And it doesn't have to. It really, really doesn't have to. So Source is trying to really get somebody to operate in that masculine energy, just like really just cut it out. Like just go ahead and balance out your own scales. You have the power to go ahead and cut some things out. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the Page of Pentacles. We also have the 4 of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, and we also have the 3 of Pentacles. So again, I see leadership position for somebody. I see somebody in a leadership position, but you got to sacrifice something in faith to source first and foremost, right? And so you don't have a problem earning money. It looks like somebody was not born with a silver spoon in their mouth, so you don't have or you didn't come from a family. Maybe maybe your parents, already set the foundation for you to kind of sort of have a little bit more than other people in terms of your financial situation. But like somebody really earned their place. Like somebody, even if you came from a wealthy family, somebody earned like it wasn't handed to you, right? It wasn't handed to you. So I do see somebody in a leadership position, and I do see it's almost like I said, I can't even say almost, because we got the Four of Wands. I see new and exuberant love coming across somebody's path. For some of you all, I see like a huge weight feeling like you're being lifted, because again, you're the one that's taking action. So this is going to keep on coming through until somebody says, hey, listen, I may not be in a position right now to forgive some of these people that hurt me and caused, played a role in, me being depressed or frustrated or hurt or whatever. I may not be ready for all of that right now. Maybe that takes time. But the first thing I need to do is go ahead and stop looking at people's social media pages. I need to stop entertaining conversations. I need to stop giving life to it. I need to stop giving air to it. That's what Source wants somebody to do, so that you can be in receiving mode of this. So when we talk about Eight of Pentacles and we say Page of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles, somebody definitely has the ability to receive, right? Pentacles energy is not just about receiving money, like 8 streams of income. And to be clear about income, is incoming messages from Source. It's coming through the air. Sources keep sending somebody messages to just cut that off, leave it alone, just leave it alone, leave it alone, because you're weighing down your own scales of justice. So there could be somebody that comes across your path, someone who sees you as like down to earth, very relatable. They see you as a person who is very patient, somebody who is very loyal. They may be the ones who are in, they may be, it could be a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a fellow Taurian could be coming across your path saying to you, release it, because they see the value in you. So you got to give it up for the people that's helping you in your circle, people that have access, that's helping you, not for the people that's keep breathing life, keep instigating it, trying to make you feel worse, right? So like I said before, congratulations on somebody's leadership position, because you have taken the step. So if you're waiting, the only people we can fool everybody else and say, yeah, I'm over that, I'm not thinking about that anymore, and I'm not so on and so forth, and then wonder how come jobs haven't come through, or leadership positions, or more money isn't coming through. You could tell everybody else, hey, that doesn't bother me, but we can't fool God. That's the only thing we can't fool God. So when you're sitting around thinking about this and emotionally lamenting over something from your past, Source is saying, every time you think about it, imagine like yourself like burying it, just like your earth sign. So just like, okay, I need to put that under the soil. I'm not digging up something that's all, I'm not breathing life into something that's already over. So I'm not leaving that in my spiritual house. I'm getting rid of pictures, text messages, emails, anything that ties me back to something that hurt me. I need to get rid of it. And so when somebody gets to that point of saying, I need to release it, and Source just keeps telling me to release it, whether it's through my videos, somebody else's videos. But even if you're not listening, watching videos, Source is telling you. So that's the best teacher. Like, we're just just light workers, really. I mean, and so just telling you what Source is telling us through just the cards. So I can't even really take credit for what I'm sharing with you in the cards. Source is really trying to make somebody wealthy. And Source is sending people across your path, to like be, get back on your throne. You're the king and queen of your financial situation. You're the king and queen of your property. You're the king and queen of your stability, your reputation, your credibility. You're the king and queen of that. Nobody has the power to do that. Even if they ran a smear campaign, it doesn't matter. Your stability, your security is going to trump all of that. So here we have the Five of Cups. So you don't have to lament over it. You don't have to lament over that. You got a lot of money in your cards, but you don't have to lament over that. Let's see what else we got going on here. If you, like I said before, Sunday is really for questions. So I do give questions to everybody, the exact same questions, every sign. So it's not like, Taurus get a different set of questions than the other zodiac signs. Here are the questions. So first of all, the moon in Libra, and like I said, it's a pink moon, so we're going to talk a little bit about the color pink, and you see that pink aura around somebody, or you see pink in any form, right? Libra moon strives for peace, balance, beauty. It desires equality and justice, and justice, not injustice, but and justice, right? And so that's why if somebody feels like somebody from your past have done some kind of injustice to you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, that can be heavy on your mind right now, right? But Source is saying to you to release it, because I'm trying to send additional wealth your way. You all are literally like money magnets. Like I mean, divine feminine signs, like if you could just operate in that masculine energy and say, no, I'm cutting all that stuff out. Anything that's going to cut into my money, I am not even entertaining it. If it's not making me money, it's cut into my money. I'm not entertaining gossip. I'm not watching certain things on social media that's cutting into my money. I'm laser focused, right? So fights for equality and justice. Libra is a very peaceful warrior, the one who fights for the rights of all with love and compassion, not anger, right? And so the more somebody thinks about it, the more stubborn somebody becomes. And Source is saying to you, you got some new and exuberant love in your life, and this is also speaking to fire, like somebody. So that anger is also an emotion of fire. So this is right here. Source is sending new love across somebody's life so somebody can learn how to balance out their own dualities. Now you have a healthy distraction. Let me leave the past in the past. That energy that's coming across your path, like I said, they're not trying to get anything from you. They're not a gold digger. They are not they will see you for who you see yourself as, right? So who you see yourself as. And so you got to be real careful with this, because if you got any hang-ups about friends that's no longer in your life, or family members you don't talk to, or anybody you feel like it did an injustice, jobs, even if you're moving into a new position and you got an issue with your old manager, Sources like, leave it alone. Just release it. Just release it, release it. Because it will block, it will at least hinder you from seeing the blessings that's coming your way. Like if you're like this. I got on blindfolds. I'm in denial about something. Remember, the sword cuts both ways. So these same people that you say hurt you could say you hurt them too, right? And so this is a person. See how this person keeps looking back? Let me keep looking over my shoulder. Let me see if somebody's gonna come out. If they're gonna try something. Are they saying something? Let me stalk their page. Let me see what they're putting on their page. I know I'm not talking to you all, right? The ones that's tuned in, but remember, all Zodiac, all Taurians are not the same. Just like no sign is the same. Even if you're twins, you're not the same. But you don't have the exact same birth chart. So you may be a person that says, I'm past that. I'm getting my money. I'm in my leadership position. I'm settled down with the right person. The past is the past. I'm not connecting with any exes. If we're not friends anymore, I don't have anything negative to say about them. I forgive them. I forgave myself. I done moved on. If that's your story, please put a comment below to encourage another Taurus, because all Taurians are not the same. We have the Knight of Wands. We have Judgment. We also have the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune. We also have the Strength card. So somebody made a total transformation. So when we have the Justice card and the Judgment card, this isn't about necessarily court justice. This is about somebody. The Judgment card means somebody made a powerful transformation to ascend higher. Like, I need to see things from an expanded view. I got blessings right in my face. I have an opportunity right there I can apply for, but I'm tied back because I keep looking back at something that I was in denial. I gave somebody chance, or not just somebody, people chance after chance after chance after chance to keep hurting me. So who am I really upset with? So Source is like, sit down with your drums, beat out all the negative energy in your space, and get excited. This is how you save yourself from, just the treacherous thoughts and all of that. And so Source is saying to you, have compassion. Have compassion for whomever or whatever the situation is, but it's time to move on, because new love is waiting for somebody. New love is waiting for somebody. And also, not only new love, you don't want to bring that into a new relationship. So here we have the Strength card. So Source is saying, get laser focused. Be very proud of how far you've come. And not proud in terms of pride becomes before the fall. This is like, you have mental clarity about your own, how you see your own future. Like, somebody sees themselves sitting on the throne, creating at least room for at least 8 streams of income, in the perfect position. Business is doing well. Now, remember, I didn't say business. Not only are you working for somebody else, but you have several businesses outside of that. Where is the time to overthink something from the past that you have the power to vibrate higher, like come up out of your flesh? See how their spirit has come up out of the flesh, come up out of your fear, doubt, insecurities, cutting into your own money. So it's like half and half masculine energy, half feminine energy here. So Source is like, okay, we need to build up that solar plexus chakra. We need to build up the confidence, the motivation in the higher frequency, not in the lower frequency. We need to build up the joy. We need to build up your creativity at a higher frequency to completely transform. Because the more and more somebody's in a miserly space, like a source really wants you to kind of sort of be a miser when it comes to overthinking this. What are you using your time for? You're cutting into your own money. So could you be practicing playing an instrument, but you're thinking about somebody else? So then you wonder, how come this person learned how to play the instrument before I did? Because it's what you're thinking about versus what they're thinking about. So here we have this right here. A sudden, the Wheel of Fortune is about an unexpected change. So the unexpected change that's coming across for you all, for somebody it looks like love. For somebody, it looks like love. For somebody, it feels like, you know what, I'm at a higher frequency now. I'm just at a totally different frequency, now. And so, I see how these two people right here, the Four of Wands, dancing. So, it looks like somebody has just gotten, it's your fixed sign. And so somebody may have been fixated on over giving, like giving people chance after chance after chance until you just couldn't take, like until something really bad happened. And source is like, okay, we got to come out of the over giving. That's not balanced. You got to see things from a higher frequency. You got to come out of the flesh, And so here we have Justice card again. We have Temptations. We have the High Priestess. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Princess of Swords, and also the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles again. So this is like, be conservative with your money. Be conservative with your time. Time is money. Be conservative with that. And so here we have the Temptations card. This is a devil. So source is like, take that same sword and get rid of this, again, Justice card. Cut out your fear, your doubt, your uncertainty, what lies ahead. Cut out all of that. Like, cut out your demons. Just cut them off. Like, take that sword and cut the demons out. Get rid of all of that stuff. So you got Justice, two Justice card. This came out in somebody else's reading too. But again, ascend higher above all of this. And then you'll see wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. So on one hand, somebody is wishing, for the wealth and the travel and the people who are coming across your life and seeing you in a different light. And sources like, we have almost 9 billion people on the planet. So whoever cut themselves out of your life, Taurus, just release it in love, agape love. Remember, Venus is the planet of love and pleasure. So release them in love. And if it's that triggering for you, source is saying, when you release it in love, don't reopen that door. Don't reopen that door, right? Not at least that door. They may have to come in through a side door, depending on what the situation is. It could be kids involved. There could be, other family members involved. You could have mutual friends involved, So that other side door could be like a lower level of access, like, maybe they have to stand in the vestibule, or maybe they have to stand in the lobby, or maybe they stand on the front porch, of your universe, right? You're not going to give them access, the full level of access to you that they once had. So maybe that looks like a hello and a goodbye, and just move on. Because again, I'm not holding that bag of unforgiveness, because who am I not forgiving? Myself for over giving, right? So here we have the Princess of Swords. We also have the High Priestess energy, and also the Nine of Cups. So again, Nine of Cups lets me know is wish fulfillment. Somebody's going to feel great for some new love coming into their life. And also, your intuition is like extremely heightened. And that's because somebody does have psychic ability. Somebody has a lot of spiritual gifts, whether you're using them in religion or esoteric realm, whatever you're doing, somebody has a lot of spiritual gifts. And source is saying to you, the enemy is trying to tempt you. The enemy is always coming with an offer, just like with, the temptation of Jesus. The enemy is always coming with some kind of offer. If you do this, then I'm going to do this for you. Never makes a deal on this offer. The enemy wants somebody to be chained to something. The enemy wants somebody to be enslaved to some kind of obsession, chained to some kind of lust, chained to some kind of restriction. The enemy loves to see all of that. You talking about somebody who likes like drama. That's the enemy, and it's a spirit. It's not a person. So here we have no. That no can be used for however you want it to be used. No, right? That no can be used for however you want it to be used. If you want to close that door, you say nope. I'm not opening that door up. I'm ready for some yes. instead of just no. I'm tired of like, denial after denial after denial. And Source is like, well, I'm trying to tell you, I'm sending incoming information to you to be more conservative with, with your time. What are you using your time for? Are you using your time to sit down and overthink some things? Or are you using your time to say, you know what, let me start thinking of some creative ideas where I can bring in additional streams of income. So here we have acceptance. Radical acceptance in the now opens the flow. So somebody has to accept that the past is the past and to move on from the past, no matter whether it is a friendship, marriage, job, whatever, so that you can start open up that door to overflow of things coming in. And so we're talking about acceptance and we're talking about flow here. Now opens the flow. Somebody's going to have to accept that some things are over and just move on. Let's see what else we got going on here, and let's go ahead and close it out, Taurus. Let's get ready to close it out. Let's get ready to close it out. So let's get ready to close it out. The enemy is a mess. Here we have it's time to take action, and that action is to somebody's already started. Whether somebody walked away from you, or it's not just one person, it's several energies. Maybe they walked away from you, or you walked away from it, or maybe the job is over, or whatever the situation is. But one of the things that I'm picking up is that one of the issues with somebody is a job. Like somebody has gone through some stuff. I was about to say somebody has gone through some stuff, in their career. And Source is like, please forgive these people that you work with. Just release it. Like, or some friendships or something. Source is like, release that so you can get some blessings coming your way, some major blessings. Here we go. It's time to take action. And Aries is a fire sign, so it's time to toss some things into a fire pit. It's time to release it. Write a letter to whomever. It could be your job, and you say, you know what, when I was working there, you did X, Y, and Z to me, and such and such and such and such, and that kind of thing. Or if a person, somebody could have been in a romantic relationship with an Aries. If you have a great relationship with an Aries, I'm not talking to you, obviously, okay? Just take only what resonates with you. Somebody could have been in a relationship with an Aries, and it could have, you may have felt like you were burned by them. Write them a letter. Obviously, you're not mailing it to them. You're tossing it into a fire pit. And you're saying, I need to release this. I really need to get that negativity out of my spirit. I need to get that energy, all of that. They keep on talking about it, keep giving life to something. And now I'm sitting around thinking about it, and it's cutting into my money. When Source wants me, if they got an issue with somebody, that's them. But Source wants me to forgive myself and forgive whomever, so I can start the overflow of my wealth coming through. So, yeah, don't let people cause you to burn into your own, get you all hot, heated, upset, frustrated, and all of that. And you burning into your own money. Also, there could be a Leo involved. There could be a Scorpio involved. There could be a Libra involved. There could be a Capricorn involved in some way, shape, form, or fashion. There could be a Cancer involved in some way, shape, form, or fashion. It could be somebody's mother or father involved. Like, it's just... All right, Taurus. All right. You're very close to achieving your goal. I got two Moonology cards here. So it's a gibbous moon. It's not a gibbous moon, right now, but we're moving closer and closer to a full moon. But anyway, and so the real need for balance, both personally and professionally. That's why we got two Justice cards coming out. Source wants you to ascend higher, come up out of the flesh. Because operating in the flesh, that's how the enemy can really get in through your mind, coming in through that space right there, making you feel like I made poor decisions in the past and all of these things. When Source is like, I just wanted you to learn from some things. I'm not judging you saying you made all these horrible decisions in the past. I just wanted you to learn some lessons, Taurus, and that's it. And then ascend higher. Like, be gentle with yourselves. Like, forgive yourselves. Let's see what else we got going on here, Taurus, and let's get ready to close this out. All right. Let's get another oracle card. Let's get a number and also an affirmation card, and let's get ready to close it out. Meditate. That's right. Meditate. That number 8. Source really wants 35, just in case somebody didn't see it. 35 reduces to 8. That number 8 represents God saying to you, really, and you can look it up yourself. The top window for the number 8 is like really get a clear view picture of how you see your life, right? I'm talking about a higher frequency, not operating in the flesh. I got to get everybody back who hurt me, and I got to give life to it by talking about it or even entertaining conversation, or I need to take some action to hurt somebody. That's operating in the flesh. But as you can see here, your major arcana, you're at a higher frequency now, and so you're seeing things from a higher frequency filled with a lot of compassion towards even the energies where you felt like it, but you also have compassion towards yourself. And so, number card, and also let's get an affirmation card, and let's go ahead and close this out. Let's get ready to close this out. Let's get ready to close this out. Let's get ready to close it out. Let's get ready to close it out. Let's see what your number is. 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 Oops. 1111. I am awakening. Very nice. 1111. These pillars right here are portals. You're stepping through. You're taking some kind of action. When you see the number 11, and I talked about this on my second channel. That link is below. It's called the Knowledge Channel. The number 11 represents getting off the fence and taking some kind of action to step into your own light. And that's what Source wants somebody to do, is step into your own light. The universe is arranging people and experiences in your path to help you succeed in waking up to who you truly are. Really, they're helping you to answer the call in your life, which is wonderful. So you got some people around, like I said, there's some people in your life right now that's helping you to wake up to your calling in life, right? And again, be grateful for those energies around you. So, because it looks like even these people that you felt hurt you, they had to find their own path as well. That's where the compassion comes in. When you see things at a higher frequency, there's this book by oh my gosh, what is his name? He is a, and I have quite a few of his books. I'm trying to, but the title of the book is Karma, right? And so this one chapter where he talks about, because karma is not what a lot of people think karma is. They think it's just bad. It's just really, in Sanskrit, it just means to come back. Whatever we send out to the universe comes back to us. But he's talking about like at the different dimensions, at the different levels. And so at one level, there's compassion for all humanity at one level. When you go, and when you're operating at this frequency right here, you're operating from a place of hurt, which is a normal emotion, but you don't want to stay in that space. At some point, you want to start focusing on your healing, like really, really focusing on your healing, and then your energy is sending out healing to the people all that still have access to your universe. Kindness. Affirmations for kindness. I am full of loving kindness. I am full of goodwill toward others, to those around me. I am surrounded by warmth. I embrace all wholehearted kindness. I am grateful for generosity shared by others. My smile could make someone's day. I allow the kindness in my heart to run free. If you feel like there's some people who have hurt you in your life, that just being in their company is going to trigger something, there's nothing wrong with you saying, I need to go ahead and sever ties with that altogether, because I don't want to be triggered. I know I'm a kind person. I know I'm a patient person. All the wonderful things I always say about Taurians, high vibrating Taurians, that is. All the wonderful things that I say about you all. If you know that's who you are, and you feel like there's some people who are, they cut into your reputation, or you assume that they cut into your reputation, because nobody has that kind of power, really. Your consistency is going to, trump that. Anyway, here's some questions that you may want to ask yourselves during this week. Like I said before, Libra is a peaceful warrior, the one who fights for the rights of all with love and compassion, not anger, right? And so there could be a fire sign around you that's getting you all riled up, or somebody who is really passionate. It could be a Leo, a Scorpio, a Libra. It could be a Cancer. It could be a Capricorn in your life. It could be an Aries, like I said, getting somebody all riled up in their emotions about something. But remember, Libra is a peaceful warrior, right? Filled with love and compassion. Let's not leave those out. First question you want to ask yourselves this week is your work bringing more peace, justice, beauty, and harmony to the world, or harmony to the world? How could you, Taurus, amplify that? And remember, these questions are for all zodiac signs. So even if you're cross watching for Taurus or your sign is something else, you're going to hear the same questions on your video. Second question is, what would happen if you spent more time with people who are completely at peace with themselves? And certainly somebody who's getting all riled up about something, you could assume that they're fighting for your rights, but the way that they're handling with anger and bullying and like they're not at peace with themselves. Third question is, do you receive as much as you give or vice versa? Fourth question is, which small steps could you take to create more beauty in your space? And then last but not least is, what would happen if you were to shift from complaining to a permanent sense of gratitude? Remember, these questions are for everybody, so they're not just for Taurus. But this is your reading. Let's close this out. The color pink. We talked about the color pink and what blends best with the color pink. The color pink, which is beautiful, right? Color pink, well, somebody thinks it's beautiful. The color pink is very powerful. Whenever you see the color pink, that's God's way of getting a message through to you, right? So the color pink is romantic, it's tender, it's dreamy. They truly believe that their dreams will come true. They see the best in people, and they won't allow anyone to point out that the person of their affections may not be who they think they are, so they get hurt. They see life and love through rose-colored glasses, and when the glasses are forcibly removed, like somebody putting a blowtorch under you or instigating or starting something or breathing life into that hurt, they can be easily crushed. And so pinks are optimistic. However, they usually bounce back and they put the rose-colored glasses back in place, because otherwise the world would seem just too awful for their kind and loving hearts to cope with. The best color, the best match for pink is green. Right? And we're talking about auras, we're talking about the color. So when you see the color pink and you're saying to yourself, I'm battling with, you got this person in my ear that still has access to my universe, getting me all fired and riled up about something that hurt me from the past. One, I know they're not at peace with themselves because they're not even trying to work, there's no compassion whatsoever. They just drilling. This is just like, they don't care, right? Just like, like a ramming that wants me to ram through my compassion, like those emotions. But then when you see the color pink, you can see the color pink. You can be going grocery shopping. You could be at the department store. You see the color pink. That's God's way of trying to get a message through to you all. You all can look it up yourselves. Matter of fact, I want you to look it up yourselves so that you can learn more about it. I'm only just giving you snippets of those kind of things, because you're not wearing rose-colored glasses. You're dreaming bigger. You're seeing things from an expanded view. So it's like, even if I have to interact with that person in any way, shape, form, or fashion, or people any way, shape, form, or fashion, I have compassion. And I'm operating from that space, and I'm saying, you know what, even if it's a hello or goodbye, even if the person is not speaking to me because they're still hurting from something, I'm compassionate enough to back up and say, you know what, maybe I didn't realize how I hurt. I mean, it's just like, it's because the sword cuts both ways. Whoever it is, doesn't matter. That color green, like I said, pinks go best with green when we're talking about aura. Greens have a very practical attitude towards their relationships and life. Things need to be fun, but they often keep their feelings hidden. Greens are usually balanced, intelligent, and ambitious, so they often are found in the business world. They are enthusiastic, loyal, and want their partnerships to be successful, so they will work hard at making it so. So when we're talking about, you can also connect green and pink with the heart chakra, because some of the stones are green, like jade, and some of them are pink, like this right here. The love stone, or the love quartz, or the pink stone, or even this like pink tourmaline, right? So again, source wants somebody to really get their heart together with something. Especially, you don't want people that have access to your universe right now to not get the best of who you are, Taurus. So that's what I see for you all. Thank you for joining me. I will see you all on Motivational Monday. And again, we have this full moon in Libra, which is the pink moon, on the 6th of April. So I will see you all on Motivational Monday. Bye.